Hello, hello. We're back again. Another exciting day. Man, these days are just passing by, aren't they? It's just like going so fast. But yeah, we're back, and today we're going to be implementing user registration. We're going to be following a little guide. A little bit differently, because I have an idea and I kind of want to implement something similar. So we're going to take snippets of it and kind of just, integrate it into what we have. So they're going to have tracking verification in the user model, which we already have. We should also probably have a roles, now that I think about it, if I want like admins or something. Lynn! Hello! What you been up to? It's good to see you back. How was the second day? The first day of what do we call it? Non-introduction? Password reset token. Forgot about that. But we can always add that later, can't we? But for now, I do want to add these new roles. Forgot about all these things. We need to go to our user. Wait, this is on our server now. I think we should close all of this. I don't know. We don't need username. We don't need username. We don't need validate. We need the controller. Not the controller. Where did I have it again? It was here, user. In the user model. Go, go, go. Open. Decent. The commuter train was 40 minutes late though. Oh no. That sucks. Did you miss much? And let's see, what do we want? We want a username, right? Unique, true. We want a password, obviously. We don't have a password, we don't really have much, do we? Let's see, what do they have? They have a name. Why would you have a name? Oh, that would be like username, wouldn't it? Email, type string. Oh, and that's a good point. It should be unique, otherwise you can have multiple, eh? I didn't think about these things. Okay, so this gives me something to think about. We need index, unique, true. So where do you put these options? Oh, just inside of it, I think, yeah. Okay, cool. Type string, required true. Email, type string, required true. And now I have it as index, unique, true. What does that mean, index? I copied it from somewhere, but I'm just going to assume that it's what everything is indexed on, the username, kind of like an ID. So email needs to be unique, true. Login attempts, default 0. Lock until, type number. We also need, what was it that I copied? Roles. So roles is a... Why is it in an array? Is that how it's supposed to be? Because it's an array, yeah. And then type string. So it's a string array, I guess, then. But then why is it quoted like this? Mine aren't quoted, so... Type string. Is it required? No. And shouldn't we set a default role, like user? I mean, is it even required? Do we need user? I guess we can have it. Default. Does it need to be an array now? That's the only thing I'm confused by. Do I have to like stick it like this in an array? Or do I just stick user like that? Let's go look at Mongoose quickly. Array of strings, because I think that's what we want, don't we? Array string. So strings, or whatever the object, oh, because it's a schema, right? So roles. So then what? This is a bit confusing. According to this, it should just be an array with string inside of it. So where roles is according to Mongoose, it looks like this. So roles and then string. Oh, I guess we can specify further. I guess that's why we did type string. Otherwise we could just do string and default user. What is the issue? I'm trying to figure out if default needs to be an array, because I'm setting roles as an array, a array of strings. So I don't know if the default should just be literally user like that, or if it should be something like that. I don't know which one's correct now, setting a default value for the array. Let me look at the missions. How did I set this up? Because we did that for arrays, didn't we? Yeah, rewards. Type string required true, yeah. Okay, there you go. Type string oh no, but this is an object. Wait, I'm so confused. That compared to what we have. Roles. Type. Oh, that's why I should probably do it like this. And I think the confusing part is doing it like that. So just do it like this. Type string. Yeah, that's probably better. And then default. Yeah, okay, cool. It's probably just like you have it. Create a user and see if the roles field is an array with user in it, or if it's just user. Yeah, true. Because I want to add, on later to it. But yeah, we'll add that. Is there anything else you think I should have that's like basic, Lynn, for my users? Because obviously I've just been building this as I go. So now I've started adding roles in case I want an admin later on, to do specific tasks. So we have email. And I just realized that should be unique. Required, true, unique, true. And then roles. I don't think it needs to be required, right? Just default user. Is verified, type boolean, default false. Login attempts, okay, that's our old stuff. Now I'm wondering, is this required true? If I set it to default 0 for login attempts, I don't think it needs to be required then, does it? I think we had this discussion a while back. If I set a default for something, then we don't need to set it to required. This is very different to how we've done it. So maybe I should do it based on the documents. Let's just check it out here. So they did test, that is username for us, type string, required true, index. Why is unique true inside of index? That's different to how they said it. Unique true. Unique index. If you specify unique true, specifying index true is optional if you do unique true. Oh wait, so you don't need to specify index if you do unique true? Is that what it means? If you specify unique true, specifying index true is optional. That's what I'm getting from this. This is so confusing. Unique index. If you specify unique true. And then specifying index true is optional if you do unique true. So what? If you just do unique true, you don't have to set index to true? See, it's like conflicting information here. I'm just gonna set index to true. It says it's optional, but you know, better safe than sorry, right? Index true, unique true. The confusing part for me is why in our example we have index, And instead of true, we have unique true inside of index. Now I'm going to assume because there's a value inside of it that defaults to true, because you know it's not false, but it's just weird. I haven't seen any example where it's used like this. So we're going to rather do index true and unique true. Better safe than sorry. Index true and then unique true. Type string, required true, index true, unique true. Cool. There's one thing I want to set up. We don't have ESLint set up for this. I think we can do it another time. But then again, that's probably bad. We should probably just do it now. What are we using? Because we specifically needed React support, but now we're not using React. So let's get Node ESLint, because we need a ESLint for Node. This should be the plugin. Cool, it's going to be a lot of issues, but I mean, hey, why not? Let's go. Inside of this, inside of server, we want to open a terminal. ESLint plugin node. Should probably also get Airbnb, shouldn't I? Do they have a node plugin? We could just have it extend anyway, and then just have node overwrite whatever else we have. Without React plugins, yeah, because we're not using React plugins, are we? So let's just use this. Okay, let's go ahead, install that. And then what are we gonna need to set up extend Airbnb base? While that's busy, let's get a copy of our ESLint going. New file, ESLint, wait, dot ESLint, rc.js. And we're gonna have to edit things. Extends Airbnb. Oh, I forgot about prettier. We're gonna need plugins React Prettier as well. Browser true. It's not gonna be browser, is it? It's just gonna be Node and ES6. Rules, no control regex, no awaiting loop, no underscore dangle. Prettier, error, max length, error 80, import no extraneous dependencies. Okay, so I think we can have this. We just have to obviously deal with the extends now because we are going to use the Node plugin and that needs to extend okay, hold on. Which order does this need to be in? Shouldn't that be in a plugin? Because they said in extends. And I'm also wondering if we want to use... Didn't you set up ESLint last week? Yeah, I only set it up per project because we had issues with global, if you remember. So now that I have it set up local, it's really easy. We just run these commands. So we have ESLint set up for our client side because we have client and server folders, but we have no ESLint for our server, which can kind of get annoying after a while. Let's add these to our rules as well. You see, like for example, it's not correcting this file. Unless there's an error here. Why is it not? Just doesn't give a shit. Huh. So plugins, React. No, there's going to be no React, just prettier. But should we use prettier, I wonder? I think I'm going to avoid prettier. I wonder if there's an npm module for prettier, or if I even need it. Because I know I needed it for React, but I might not need it. What is save exact? So it can't change, I guess. That's probably why. Okay, so we got prettier. Plugins, prettier. Is it going to find the prettier plugin though? Is that necessary? Probably not, right? They are plugins. Prettier plugin, PHP, Pug, Ruby, Swift, Community plugins, Apex, Elm, Java, Kotlin. Yeah. I think that was part of React where we had the plugin. It doesn't look like it comes with the by default. I want to see if there's an example of how to set it up in your ESLint. Here we go. So extends prettier. That's all we need. Rules, prettier, error. I think we already have that. So Oh, okay. So ESLint, we need extends prettier. Oh, we also need the plugin prettier. That's probably why I had it. Plugins prettier. That's what I was missing. Prettier, prettier error. Okay, so I just need this. Plugins prettier, rules prettier, prettier. Plugins prettier, rules prettier, prettier, error. Yeah, cool. We got it. So extends Airbnb, prettier, plugin, node, recommended. That should theoretically be it. And now we should be good to go if we restart VS. And the beauty about having that package.json is at any point in time we can just come back to it and, you know, run whatever we need to run. Let's just see if it picks up prettier now, please. No errors, please, please. Be kind. Oh boy, it's running a lot of things. Let's see. Where ESLint is here. Yeah, there you go. It's running ESLint. Great stuff. Prettier is also running. Cool. Let's see what happens if I try to save this now. Huh. It's not technically running. Let's see if it... Failed to load config Airbnb to extend from. Did I install Airbnb? We did, didn't we? Let me see. Package.json. Dev dependencies. ESLint. ESLint config Airbnb base. ESLint plugin. Oh, I think I know what happens. We can't extend Airbnb, can we? We're not using Airbnb. It's Airbnb base. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Failed to load config prettier. Did we install prettier? We did. And shouldn't this be in node recommended? Over here in the plugin? I'm so confused right now. Failed to load config prettier to extend from. But we did install prettier. What? Plugins prettier? So it extends prettier. We are extending prettier. Right? Extends prettier, yeah. Maybe I just have to restart VS again. Oh, I need the config. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm missing something. We just have to change yarn to npm. npm install dev ESLint config prettier. That would explain why. Okay, and now that should be base, that should be prettier, that should be plugin node recommended. That should be prettier. Can we get it working now? Please? Don't fight with me today. ESLint, are you good? Okay, you freaking out, that's fine, let's just restart VS Code. And let's see how it does. ESLint, okay, it seems to be running. What will you format? Prettier. What's wrong with prettier? They both seem loaded. So we should theoretically be good. It's just not auto formatting. Let's go to this file. Oh, there you go. Replace user with user. Okay, so prettier is definitely working, as you can see. But why is it using... Okay, it wants double quotes, which I'm pretty sure shouldn't be a thing. For sure. So my other issue now is why is ESLint not complaining? ESLint should be like prefer single quotes, you know what I mean? Oh, you know what it can be? Our extension for ESLint. Controls whether a task for linting the whole workspace will be available. I mean... I don't think we need to set that, but... No, because then it would conflict. Autofix on save. No, it should be running. Weird. Huh. Yes, Lint, please wake up, I need you. Why aren't you running? Is it double quotes in Node? Is that maybe a standard or something? Also, why is it not correcting this file? That's the thing that's bothering me. Cannot read... Ah, there you go. Oh, never mind. I messed up the config file. There you go. Airbnb base, prettier, plugin node recommended. Is it the order of the extend that affects it maybe? Because my ESLint is just... Let's see if there's an example with Airbnb. Check the settings for prettier, if it's set to fix the code when you save. Well, maybe I don't even need the ESLint rules, do I? Let me just look at Airbnb prettier. Make sure I've got that right. Because we've already done that. Airbnb and then prettier. Plugins prettier, rules prettier, prettier. We've done that. We must see where the single quotes are. Editor.format on save. That should be true because it's global. But I'll check. Now where's the single quotes? I'm pretty sure I had a rule for single quotes. Oh, I had a prettier file. The prettier RC. Single quote, trailing comma. That's why. Copy. And paste. Now we have a prettier file that we'll read from. That will solve one issue. But the other issue now... Okay, let's get rid of this. Since we don't need that. Plugin's prettier. So we just need these. Node, ES6. We don't need browser there for environment, right? Because it's not really browser, is it? Or do I need browser? The environment. Because that's the part that confuses me. Because I removed browser. What programming language is that? That was just JavaScript. Now welcome, by the way, NECA Games. We have ES6 set to true, right? Yeah, we do. Okay, cool. So we're using ES6, we're using Node. But I wonder what browser is for. If that's specifically just for the front end. Browser global variables, Node.js global variables, and Node.js scoping. We obviously need that. ES6, we need that. I mean, I guess it won't hurt if we have... The thing is, we're not like writing code for the browser, are we? Or is that not the same thing? Because we shouldn't ever be using browser code. Anyway, we'll see afterwards. Hey! There you go, it worked! We finally got our linter working, check! Haha! Sweet! You know why it's working now? I just remembered I also told my config to only format if it finds a prettier config file, otherwise it won't do it. And that was what was missing. Sweet, there we go, it's working. Beautiful, we have everything we need. And I'm pretty sure the only reason the node stuff is working I think this should work by default, right? So I wonder, can I just add plugin node recommended into the plugin? Can we just do this? Node recommended? Is that a thing? No, apparently it's not. Failed to load plugin node recommended. Okay, so I guess we're gonna have to have it up top like it used to be. Failed to load config node recommended. Oh, because they had it as plugin, didn't they? It was plugin node recommended. Okay, is it working now or is this a new error? Let's find out. I'm gonna close it one more time. You shouldn't need browser, yeah, exactly. At least this is going way smoother than last time, huh? 2 hours. So let's check ESLint, make sure there's no errors. Looks to be fine. So we're extending plugin node recommended, and then we have prettier as the last thing. Plugins prettier, prettier, prettier error. Okay, looks to be working. I'm good. We're finally set. Now all of these things should give errors because I want single quotes instead of double. Sweet! Cool, I'm happy. Now we can actually create things without worrying, if we're doing something wrong. Just like here, what is wrong here? Maximum line length, right? Yeah, this is gonna annoy me. I know it should be 80 lines, but I mean 80 length for the lines, but sometimes it's not gonna be. So either I could set that to a higher number, or we're gonna have to, like, what happens if you just have a really long, you know what I mean? That is not technically an error, but we'll leave it for now. What's wrong here? Replace. Wait, what did it do? Oh, nice. It removed the double quotes. Cool, it's already fixing things. Look at that. Now what's it complaining about here? Response is not defined. Wait, what? There's response. Oh, no wonder. Yeah. See, this is why we needed a linter. Yesterday I didn't even see this. I was like using response.status. And it doesn't even exist. And this looks so much better, by the way. Wow. I like this. Cool, but yeah, no wonder that wasn't working. Catch error. And then res. I don't know what we're going to do here yet, so we're just going to comment this out. Anyway, this is not what we're working on today. Today we are working on roles, default user, and is verified boolean default false. Okay, we can finally close the rest of this stuff. Close tabs to the right. And now let's move on. So we've done that. Create token verification model. When a user signs up, we're going to create a verification token within Mongo. We need a new model to handle our verification tokens. Do we? Okay. Token, type string, created at. There's a couple of interesting points. Not surprising, you need to provide the user ID if the user token is issued. More interesting, there's a powerful feature in Mongo called expires that sets a document to live, known as TTL. In the model above, the TTL expires attribute is set to 43,200 seconds, meaning the verification token document will automatically delete itself after 12 hours. I think we can set ours to like 15 minutes, right? Because if we're doing verification immediately, so you're doing the user form, should it be longer than 15 minutes? Like, how much time should we theoretically give someone if they're doing the registration immediately? They put the email into the form, they click verify, they go to the email. Like, they shouldn't come back to the form hours later, should they? So I think 15 minutes should be fine. We don't need to set it to 12 hours. So yeah, we'll change a few things. But let's create a new model. What is this? Is this under auth now? It is. Yeah, I guess it could be under auth. And we're going to create a new one called, I guess, token.js. And then inside of it, we're gonna need mongoose. And then user schema, which is all caps, we need token schema equal to new, how did we set up? New mongoose.schema, yeah, that's great. Underscore user ID, type, mongoose.schema.types.object_id, required true, ref user. Now which user is that? Is that user from where they created a, what does that user refer to? Because I have a user schema. Where did they get a user from? Am I missing something? Do we see it somewhere else maybe? Where's user? Maybe it's that, user equal to new user? Do we do that as well? But ours is lowercase user. Theirs is uppercase. Also, why is ours lowercase? Oh, because user is the model. Alright. Maybe it's lowercase user then? I don't know. Uppercase, lowercase? What the fuck is the reference? User? Token type string required true, created at type date, required true default date.now, expires, let's figure out, that should be milliseconds, right? There's 100 milliseconds in a second. Times 60 is a minute. Times 60 is an hour. Times 12 should be 43. Wait, that's... I think that's seconds then. That's not milliseconds. Let's try this again. So 60 seconds, that's a minute. Times 60 is an hour. Times 12, 43, 200. Yes, these are seconds, not milliseconds. So if I wanted 15 minutes, it's 60 times 15. So it should be 900. Is that right? 60 seconds times 15 minutes, 900. There we go. I still don't know what user is, this reference. That bothers me. And shouldn't we be exporting like this? Why is it so shallow? Like, there's 5 lines of code. I'm so confused. They say new token, but did they even import token? This is probably all in one file, I guess. You don't have to create it at manually, you can do this. I'm just following the guide. I don't know if it's necessary. If set timestamps, Mongoose assigns created at and updated at fields to your schema. Do I need an updated at? I guess we can. So how do I use it? If set timestamps mongoose. How's that different to what we have though? Oh, because I created a created at object with type date required true. I see. So I just do timestamps created at created at. But where's the updated at? If I omit that, is it not going to be included? Oh, just timestamps true. The first object you pass in is the schema. Oh, you mean I... Oh, yeah, okay. You can just do timestamps true. What about the expired though? What if I wanted to expire in 900 seconds? I don't see an option for that. Because what I have is expires, set to 900 seconds, so 15 minutes. And I can also set a default to date.now. What are you trying to do? What is going to expire? Oh, it's for the token. So that token that gets created, that's a token schema. So in 15 minutes it will expire and basically be purged and removed. So in that case, do you think it's rather better the way I'm doing it now? Because I don't need time sense in the traditional sense. Timestamp, sorry. I just needed to expire the token. Does Mongoose have an inbuilt expire? I don't know. Something else leverages. I mean, this code obviously was leveraging that. Here. More interesting, there's a powerful feature in Mongo, not Mongoose, called expires that sets a document's time to live. So the TTL. So the created at will expire in 15 minutes. Yeah, so I'll leave it to that. The one thing I don't get is that reference. If you do, let me know. Ref user. Don't know what that is. The only thing that I can find is that user is the user model. So maybe it's that, who knows. And also they don't set an export, so I'm assuming they're using this all in one file. That's what I'm going to assume is happening, because I don't see an export, I don't see anything. So I'm going to just assume this is all in one massive crazy file. And we should do it step by step. So since they didn't export, we need to export our model, and then we're going to import it where we do all this stuff. So same with what we do for our user. So let's just copy this and do module.export mongoose.model. What does that mean? What do we want to call it, right? So token, I guess. So new user, new token. Because I think that's what they do, generate. Oh, that's bad on my eyes. No, switch it back. Go back. Where do they have token though? It's a reference for when you want to populate the field. Yeah, I know, but I don't know what the reference is. Like, what do you pass into it? What is user? Where's it getting user from? That's what I mean. I know how it works. I've used it before. I just don't know what it's referencing. So we're going to split this differently because our user registration will go on as per normal. We just care that we get the token. So we need this part. User ID is user._id. Where's it get user._id from though? This part confuses me. Underscore user ID is user dot. Oh, it's probably this user that's currently being created. Oh no, this is bad. The name of the model you want to populate. So if you have a model called user, you should okay, cool, yeah, that's perfect. That makes sense, Inland, thanks. The issue now that I have is I don't want to proceed with the registration until we verify the email, but this is now basing it on the user ID. I know why it's doing that, so it can link the two, but how can we abstract that? Any thoughts? My plan is basically create the token, have the user do something with the token, and then if it's valid, so like on the GET request, we update. Oh, but what would you update it to? Can't you use the user ID? No, because... Can I? Okay, so when we do the sign up, right? When you click sign up, it's going to submit the user sign up. What I want to do is before we even get to the sign up part, I want you to enter your email here. You click verify email. It gets a token from the server. You go to your email, you click that email, and then the email is verified. The thing is that happens before you even have a username, before you even have anything else. You know what I mean? I don't want to create the user until it's done. Then once the email is verified and we know, cool, it's legit, you can go sign up, and then that will take your details, username, email, password, and add it. So we could maybe create a temporary username that's linked to the email. So what username you put in is linked to that email. But how do we work around the fact that it's like now referencing user, but user is not created yet? The reference is user, but we don't have a user yet. We could have a temp user schema, but I don't know if that's like overkill now. And then and then eventually when you create the user, you need to kind of set is verified to true. Which I'm wondering if that's even necessary now, because the only way you'd be able to create a user if it is verified. So maybe that's like pointless now having is verified. What do you think? Because that's mainly for when you create user registration, but then you need to later on verify it, hence the tokens. Maybe you could just generate a random temporary ID and have that instead of the user ID when creating the token, and then when the user verifies the email, you proceed with what you want to do. The thing is, how do you know it's linked to that current session? Because cool, we know it's, you know, verified. Oh, because it would come back from the server, wouldn't it? So we need the callback. Yeah. Why does it have to be linked? So the plan is, like I said, you enter your username here, right? You enter your email here. Then we need to verify that you actually own that email so that we can add it as part of this process. Then you add your password, then you hit sign up. Because when we sign up, we know, in fact, your email is valid. So if you ever need a reset, we don't have to worry that it's not valid. You know what I mean? Because you clearly had access to it when you created this. Just let me know your thoughts on that. Yeah, so the token is just temporary? Yeah, exactly, it is temporary. And it also expires in 15 minutes. Why? What do you do when the user has verified the email? Basically, I'll set the internal state of this form to email is valid. Without that, you won't be able to sign up. So if the email is valid, then all they need is to add their password, and then they hit sign up, and this user will be created. Because the username would be valid, the email would be valid, and the password, obviously, is valid. Yeah, so that's why I'm thinking, what do we link it to, if anything at all? Because on their example, they link it to reference user, and they have underscore user ID. So essentially it's a token document with user ID being the user. I'm thinking, how can we bypass that? What do we need? Yeah, that's a hard one, yeah. Let's think. So you click the button, server sends a request to the email address you provided, you click the link, the server has a GET request, and then it flags whatever as in cool, it's valid. I wonder if we can do it the other way, Lynn. What if we generate a user ID and we pass that user ID onto our user schema? So we have a user ID here. Or does that even matter? I'm just thinking now. Or does it even matter? Because the logic, like I said, is you hit verify, the form waits for a response from the server. If it gets a go-ahead, you'll be able to sign up. If not, you can't even sign up. So we assume when you sign up, it's because the server responded, cool, your email's verified. So let's assume that is the case. Then it's going to do the registration as per normal. So that means that token is basically expendable, isn't it? We don't care what the user is. We don't care what its link is. We just care that the token was consumed and used and is valid. So I might be like mistaken, but then do we need user ID? Do we need it at all? What would it just be? It would just be a token, and it would be created at. Let's look at their example a bit more and see what we would have to do. Because they do token equal to new token. They put the user's user ID in there. The token is just the crypto, that's easy. And that's all. Token.save. And then it emails the token. Do you see that? It emails it. It emails the token. And then the confirmation for the token is just token.find1. Okay, so it's going to be literally the same token. So then it finds the matching user to the token. Oh, so all it does is change the user and update it to verified. So we don't need that step. We're actually good. I think we're fine. So Lin, I think we're good. We don't need is verified. At least I assume we don't, because we, it's going to be verified in the form. So let's get rid of that. And then in token, let's get rid of user ID. So we just have token and created at. And let's proceed with the next steps. And what is all this stuff? Request.sanitize. These are all things that I've never even seen before. Have you? Request.assert. Or is it a mongoose thing? I don't know now. Could be mongoose. Could be node. Because they don't even specify what they use. What's assert? The assert module provides a set of assertion function for verifying invariants. I don't think it's this. Because where do you get is email from? I think we need to use that, don't we? Oh, so it's validation they're using. Thanks, guide, for not telling us. Check username is email. Password must be at least 5 characters long, min 5. Oh, but we already have our custom one for this, but yeah, okay. But we care more about the sanitization. Be right back. Cool. See you in a bit, Lynn. Oh, this is so cool. I like this. Okay, but if this is outdated, then what are you supposed to use? Don't purify? But this is client side, can't it be changed? Because if you can take a variable in, well, yeah, it wouldn't. So now it makes me think if I should do this client side or server side. Do I sanitize when it comes in, so send something dirty to, you know, or do I do both? But I think this is a project for another time. I'm going to add it to the list and then we'll come back to this, because that we can always do afterwards. I think I have a thing for it already. You should always sanitize on the back end. It's easy to bypass front end sanitize. Yeah, but then why is it offered as a front end solution? You know what I mean? Why is it not by default, you know, recommended on back end? That's the weird part for me. So there's no downside to not sanitizing on the front end, right? There's nothing they can do. They would just affect themselves. So rather send the dirty input to the server and have it immediately be sanitized. Okay, so let's skip this. We don't care for this. We want the token. So something needs to happen. You click the button, it sends a request, something something email. So create a verification token, save the token. It's going to expire in... Well, actually, will that token always exist in the database? Because I think the only thing that's expiring is the created at, right? So does that mean this entire thing will disappear in 15 minutes? Or does it mean the entire token will disappear? Because if you start with validating on the front end, you don't need to send requests to the back end. So you can have real-time validation, which is better user experience, but you always check on the back end as well. Oh, that's kind of what I'm doing already. Yeah. I get what you mean, but always check on the back end, always, regardless. So you can have front end, but never just front end. Okay, I got you. Let's go look at expires quickly. So we need created at, which we have. Type date expires default date.now. Yeah. So according to this, it should expire the entire token. We can always test it. Set it to something like 10 seconds and see what happens. First thing I want to do is simple. Click button, create token. I think that should be our first call of action. Don't you agree? Also, we need crypto. I don't think we use crypto. We use... Wait, what do we use for the pre-save? We use bcrypt. I mean, I guess we could install crypto, right? I wouldn't know how we get bcrypt to have random bytes. So I mean, I don't mind installing crypto if it will help us in this case. bcrypt random bytes, maybe it has a similar function. Okay, so password related stuff will bcrypt, crypto for other stuff. Okay, you don't need to tell me twice, so let's go find crypto. Wait, is that built in? But I'm so confused now. There's crypto in Node? Or is this something else? How the hell does that work? It's possible for Node.js to be built without including support for the crypto module. Wait, so crypto is part of Node? What? Did you know this, Lynn? What the hell? No, I've never used crypto. Okay, cool. Fair enough. So we are gonna blah blah blah. We're gonna do something here. We need node mailer as well. Change that to a const node mailer. Let's go get node mailer. We should just be able to npm, I guess. npm install node mailer. Terminal server. There we go. And then while that's busy, let us grab most of this code. It's going to be a function similar to the controller. It's going to be function generate token, I think. Why do we need request? I guess we'll see afterwards. Request.assert name. We don't care for this. Check for validation errors. We don't care for this. We'll do it later. We just want to create a token. Make sure this account doesn't... That will be like later. When you verify. When you create it. So we don't need this either. Create and save the user. We also don't need that. We just need a token. Okay, we broke something now. What did we break? Token.save and then send the email. Mail options. So I think it's one of these things. Maybe. What are we missing? What's the last thing that was created? I think it needs one of these. There you go. What are you complaining about? Unexpected, what? Unexpected unnamed function. Oh, this one. Okay. How did I do it? Return user.save. Then. Oh. We return the token. What did we do? Return token dot save Oh, because they're not doing it in a thenable. Okay, let's just copy this. This is what it needs to look like. Return token.save .then I don't know what we're going to stick in there. Just going to stick this in for now. And then we need a .catch error. If error I can't remember if I've asked you before, but is your goal to get a web developer job or is it just a hobby? No, it's just a hobby. I just really love it and I want to create and build things and help people where I can, but obviously until I can get to that point I need to have some experience first, don't I? But is this all inside of the one thing? So they create the token.save, and then they send the email. That would make sense, wouldn't it, once you actually have a token? Jesus, okay. What is this part of? Alright, I see. Okay, so we should be able to stick this if error, so we can have it in our then, technically. Can't we? It's a mess now, isn't it? Something like that. And then we don't need this anymore. Oh boy. What are you complaining about? Unexpected unnamed function. Oh, because they're not using ES6 stuff. Transporter.send mail. Mail options. There. What are you complaining about? Expected to return a value. There. Catch error. What are you complaining about? Expected to return a function, no? What are you complaining about? Expected to return a value at the end of the error function. If error. No, but there would be an error, right? Else you wouldn't get in here if there was no error, so I don't think we need an if there. Whew. Okay, that was a mess and a half now. Should also probably console log the error. Log error creating user error creating token error. Console, we should probably do it on console.error though. And then I don't know if we're going to return that. So what do we have now? Return token dot save, then is that how we did it? So where's ours? Ours was save, then then blah blah token created, send the email. Okay, these things we need to configure. Yeah, so that seems to be about it. We're not going to use all that stuff. We need to import token now, don't we? We need token equal to models token. There we go. Okay, generate token, and then we need to probably export token, which is generate token. Cool. Token equal to new token. User ID we're not gonna have. Token crypto.randombyte16 to string. Okay, so we have a token now. Return token.save. Then let's just stick data in here and just log data for now. Because I don't know what that's gonna be. Maybe the token will be in there. We can use it for like debugging or whatever. Okay, cool. Send the email. Transporter equal to node mailer dot create transport. Service send. The fuck is a send? Oh, okay. We're gonna have to read up on node mailer now. They're using a service send mailer. We could use my server though. I have a server. So host, I assume, would be the SMTP. Port would be whatever the port is. Auth. I assume auth is the auth for the thing that's going to send the emails? I assume it is, right? So now I have to go to my actual server and create a temporary user. Email accounts. I guess we could just have a no reply, right? And while I'm at it, I should probably create my subdomain. Okay, public HTML, ACRDB, perfect. And then let's just reload this and delete this. Where's the delete option? Can I not delete this? Should be able to. There we go. Delete. And then I should have ACRDB. Yes, I do. Perfect. Now that I have that, we can go ahead and create an email. It's just going to be a no reply at acrdb.deadmono.com until I actually can create a domain for it. And then let's generate a secure password. Cool, and let's go to our server. We have a config, we have our env file. I'm just going to set that up real quick. And then their example is SendGrid. I just started rewatching it. Have you seen Mr. Robot? Oh, dude, I love Mr. Robot. Stopped on season 1. I need to continue. Or was it season 2? I can't remember. It's when he... Wait. How much of it have you seen? Because I don't want to spoil it. But I stopped basically after the hack. That's probably not spoilery. After the big hack. I think that was the end of the one. Yeah, I think I definitely watched season 1 complete. I think I need to watch season 2. That's it. So the user is... No reply at... ACRDB, there we go. Sorry, I'm just creating the SMTP account so that we can actually send and receive mail. Based on all the stuff we'll need. Port. I don't think I need this in the config. Well, I could. I can technically have all this in the port, as well as the host. Yeah, I'm going to stick this all in the port. So SMTP host, SMTP port. SMTP host equal to SMTP port equal to 46587, or whatever the secure one is. Oh, true for 465, false for other ports. Why wouldn't we want it secure though? Let me also check my backend. But why wouldn't we want it secure? That's strange, isn't it? Secure SSL TSL settings. There we go. 465. acrdb.deadmono.com. That's the outgoing server with port of 465. So host is this. Port is going to be 465. That should be it for outgoing. So now we should be able to send emails. Okay, what else do we need? We've got that. Secure we can obviously set to true. We've got user and pass set up, so I think we're good. Let's go back to our code now. Let's see if it differs anything from what they use. Transporter, node mailer, yeah, that's the same. Service, we're not going to worry about that. Host, port, secure, true, and then auth. So just replace it with that, I guess, huh? So this host is going to be env. How do I access the env again? Let's go figure it out. In middleware, I think I have a database thingy. I have it somewhere. Data? Mission? No? I have it somewhere. Was it a helper? I think it's a helper. What? It's definitely somewhere. Anyway, let's go to server. Server should have it. Because it's like env. No, it's not server. Passport should have it, no? No? Okay, damn. Where am I initializing the database? Service. There we go. Finally. Jesus. Process.env dot. That's what we need. So host is going to be process.env dot smtp host. Port is process.env dot smtp port. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm not. And then user is smtp user and pass is smtp pass. smtp user, smtp pass. Yes, that's correct. And secure needs to be true. There we go. From no reply at acrdb.deadmono.com. To, well, I guess now we need to know what the email is, huh? I don't know if we can have request rest next or whatever in this. We'll just respond or whatever. So I think I'm going to strip all this and we're just going to have email. I think we had the same for the user, right? Yeah, email. So we need email so that when we send to email. Subject ACRDB account sign up verification token. Or just verification token. Sign up. We can name it afterwards, doesn't matter. Please verify your account. We also change this afterwards. We just want to do the click. Request.headers.host. So we'd have to obviously specify what this is now. We can always send requests through, can't we? And then it's request.headers.host / what's our path for auth? I think we have auth register, right? So it should be auth, should it be confirmation? Or just auth register confirmation? Or just confirmation, I think is fine. I don't think we're gonna have confirmation for anything else. And then token, why token dot token? Token is, oh right, because token is the variable, and then token is the key. And then we can do token dot token, just to make sure we know what we're getting. Transporter dot send email mail options error. If error, return res.status 500.send message. Okay, so this is what will happen when we return. But we're not going to return directly, we're going to return it to the calling function. So this is just going to be a return. We basically need my custom error handler in here. So basically just return message, error.message. Otherwise return let's return an object. Why is it complaining now? Unexpected token. Oh, right, message. A verification email has been sent to email. That catch error, error creating token error, return an object with message error.message. Okay, cool. I think we're good. I think we're good to actually try this, and it may just work, or, you know, fail horribly. One of the two things. Let's just make sure we're doing this right first. So generate token, new token, crypto.randombyte16 to string hex, then save the token, and then upon successfully saving, give us the information, and then set up the email sending with all these details, mail options with all these options, and then transporter.send email, mail options, error. If error, blah blah, otherwise return a verification email has been sent. Where's it going to return this to? Oh, right. Okay, so this is going to be, we should get this out of it. Otherwise, we should get the error out of it. Okay, cool. I think it's good. I think it's ready. Now we need to, on click of the thing, submit the email. So we need a new thing. Why can't I think clearly now? What do you call it? Path. Is it a path? Is that what I'm trying to say? A route. That's what I was trying to say. It needs to be similar to this. So I'm just going to copy this. Auth confirmation. Request response. Email confirmation request.body. Then it's not register user, it's generate token, and then we need to import generate token. Generate token equal to require controllers token. Cool. So auth confirmation, email confirmation, generate token, request.body.email, that's where we need to send it. We'll probably need to send it res as well. Do we need to send it res though? Does it need it? It needs it just literally for the message. Yeah. Oh, it needs it for that. So we need request and email. So give it request. Technically we could literally just give it request and get request.body. Yeah, but anyway, let's just, yeah, let's do that. Then response. Generate token response. And there should be a message. Generate token message. If I remember correctly, it was response.msg message. And then res.status, response.status. This is if we're responding back to the user now, or to the form rather. So we're just going to do nothing for now. We're just going to see if this even works. So that's if you post. Catch any errors. Generate token error. Cool, so we're good to go. This is the post. So we're going to post to this from our form. This is so exciting! Oh, I can't wait to spam my email address now. We need to... God, there's so many steps to this because front and back end. Now in login, or no, sign up, we need to have it actually, you know, send it on the button click. Where's our button? Here it is. Where is it? Verify. This one, verify email. We need an on click for it, don't we? On click, handle verification. And then handle verifications is a function. Function, handle verification. How do we get an Axios post in here now? Because usually we have that somewhere else as a service. But for now I'm just going to stick it in here until it works. Move Axios call to... You know, we might as well just do it now, because we're going to have to do it later anyway. So let's just create it. User service. Is it a user service? Yes. Check authentication. Verify email. How did you set up Axios as a service? No, I just mean I have a services file that I call. Instead of having the Axios call inside of that already massive function, I just import the function from my services folder that will handle sending, you know, the request to the server. Sorry if that was confusing. So function, well actually let's just copy one of these. Function verify email, return new promise, resolve reject, axios.get base URL, then it's, what was it, auth confirmation, and it's not get, it's post. So axios.post to auth confirmation. Oh, and we need to stick the email in there, don't we? We need to pass in the email. Fuck, let's actually copy a post one. What's this? Is this a post? Yes, it is. Verify email. We're gonna take in email. Axios.post auth confirmation email. Axios options, then resolve email. If it was successful, well actually there's more steps. For now we just need to submit the email. I don't even know what we're going to do. This is going to be very complex. Let's just get the ball rolling. A lot's gonna have to happen. So verify email. So let's import, because now it's ready at least. We can give it an email and it's gonna post the email to that thing. Oh, that's smart. Yeah, exactly, because I use it a lot. So now I can call it as many times as I want from wherever. So then in sign up, we need to import it as a service. So that's a user action. So eventually we need to turn it into a user action. Unless I just do it now. Might as well just do it now. Verify email. Give it an email. Dispatch actions. We need to change these. Return dispatch request. User service dot verify email. Give it an email. Then dispatch success. Dispatch alert. No, that's for the login. We're not going to do that. Catch error dispatch failure. If error dot response and else. Fuck, I don't know what we're going to do there. So let's just ignore that for now. And then we need user action constant. Verify email request, verify success and failure. Actually, it's not even going to have these things. It's just going to have a request. There's no successful. Is there? It could be though. Token successfully generated, token failed. Yeah, okay, there will be. Authentication, login. Would it be token request? Verify email request, I guess. Verify email request. Success failure. User register request. User verify email request success failure. Yeah, I guess that's fine. And then user action constant dot verify, what is this? Request, email request. Verify success and verify what's this? Failure. Give it username? No, for now we're not going to give it anything. Just get it working. To do fix this. Dispatch request, verify email, then dispatch success, otherwise dispatch failure. It should resolve. Okay, cool. And then we export this as verify email. And then as the user service, we have verify email. Did the music stop? Oh, it did. Did we export verify email? Yes, we did. Okay, cool. Then in sign up, we can just grab verify email from user actions dot verify email. Wait, why are you complaining? Why are you complaining? What? Unexpected token, line 27. What the fuck happened there? I have no idea what happened there. So we got verify email now, great. So now in our function handle verification, we need to verify email values.email. So that whole chain just to do this. But at least we did it right the first time, so we don't have to come back and change it afterwards. And we just need to add verify email to this props. Register verify email. What are we laughing at? Okay, verify email values.email. So we should have something now, right? So theoretically this is all ready. How crazy is that? Unable to connect. Did we stop it at some point? I don't remember stopping it. Did we? Let's open the client folder and npm start. This is going to be crazy now, hey Lynn. Lynn, I'm going to send you a token to your email. No, I'm kidding. So I should probably create like a temporary email or something, shouldn't I? To actually test if it's working. Who should I send it to? Just test maybe? Test at deadminer.com? Or test at deadminer.com. There we go. Email accounts, my bad, create, come on, test at deadminer.com, set the password, no welcome message, create, and then let us log into the test email account so that we can be ready. Test, there we go, check email. Cool, I'm ready. Oh, I'm nervous. I'm nervous, Lynn. Password is not defined. Auth sign up. Line 130. Didn't I import it as password? Import pass... Why did this change? Password from... There you go. Password illegal is not defined. Oh, because I'm importing both, right? Import password, password illegal. There you go. Password not found. Oh, so I need to do password illegal, right? Default export and the other one. There we go. We good now? Yeah, we good. Oh, I'm so nervous, Lynn. I'm so nervous. Test at deadminer.com. Is that actually gonna work? Why am I so nervous? Here we go. Verify. It actually posted. Holy shit. Response, no response. What did we even send it? Auth. We were supposed to post to that, right? Well, we got a 204, but... The fuck did we post? Okay, let's go check the logs. The logs should tell us what's going on. Out. Oh my god, it actually worked. What the fuck? Email confirmation. Email test at deadminer.com. Token data, it created a token check. Holy shit. It actually did it. There's the token. Generate token response undefined. Cannot read property message of undefined. Oh, I probably fucked up somewhere, but that's fine. Okay, but it actually created the token. Now let's go check my email. Did it actually send it? I'm so nervous. I don't have anything in my mail yet. Where does this email confirmation come from? Let's check. It was the controller, right? Email. Where's email confirmation? Oh, that's in auth, I think, right? Email confirmation is, oh, when we get into it. Okay, so what the email is. Email, okay, cool. Token created, token data. Token. Okay, so the tokens were created. Generate token response. Where's generate token response? It's this. Response is undefined. Okay, that's bad. So it didn't respond. It was supposed to return message. It was supposed to return this. So let's check what the error log says. Are there any errors? These are old. I don't see any errors. Okay, so why didn't it return? It should return this, right? Oh, it's in a function, right? This is so confusing. I think we need to return this, which will return that, so that it will return it into that. I think that's what we need to do, but we're gonna have to like clean it up. Okay, let's wait for the server to come back online, then we're gonna do another submit, because obviously it didn't work. Verify, do it again, cool. Check the errors, no errors, check the out. Undefined again. Any ideas, Lynn? It's not giving this back. It's not returning. I told it return token.save, then, if successful, which it was. This is the options for it, these are options as well. Wait, is it a promise? It's not a promise, right? No. It is a then though. Transporter.send email. Mail options. Is send mail a promise? Let's look at the send mail option, if they have another way of sending. Maybe it's something that I need to set up here. Port host auth method. I wonder what the difference between pool is versus single. But for now we could just do single, right? And we've already done this. Node-mailer.create transport, right? Yeah. So that's correct. So that's correct. And interesting, they use async. I guess it's better than, you know. Transporter.send email. Let info equal to await transporter. And we change this to function. Async function, so async. Then we can do let info equal to await transporter. Why is that an issue now? Unexpected token transporter. Am I missing something? Where do all the options go? Oh, that's the first thing, I guess. These are the options, essentially. Unexpected token. Why? I don't understand that. Info equal to await transporter.send email. And it's not even that. That's so strange. What am I doing wrong? I'm gonna go make some dinner. Be right back. What are you making, Lynn? And I hope it's awesome. Info equal to await transporter. Why would that be wrong? Is it because of the await? Because the moment I remove the await, then it's fine. Info is assigned a value, but no, that's so weird. It's almost because the await is breaking it. Because it's inside of a... Because this is a arrow function, isn't it? So if I do async, is it the then? That seemed to fix it. Yeah, so I had to just add async there. I wonder if I used async somewhere else. I didn't use it here, but I'm pretty sure I used it somewhere else. Was it in the passport config? Yeah, I did. Because I was wondering where I was using that. Okay, so we have async now, and then await is fine. Cool. So this is where you'll have a try catch. Try. Like so. And then you'd have a catch. Error. And if there's an error, you would return message error.message. And then otherwise return this. So I shouldn't need all those things now. And then as per their example, I should be able to do message sent. Let's log info as well, just in case. And this catch belongs to, I think it's this, then, yeah, catch. Okay, I think we're ready now. So let's go try again. Also, let me check if we didn't get any mail in this period. No, we didn't. Verify. Let's check our log. Okay, there you go. Connection refused. Generate token, response message, connect. E connection refused. 127.0.0.1465. Why is it using that? Also, where's the message from info? Message connection refused. Weren't we logging though? Okay, so it refused somewhere down here because of one of these things. When I try to send, probably. Let's just check the host and port is correct. Yeah, it should be. SMTP_host. Host, port, 465. Auth, process.env.smtp_user. Okay, so connection refused. It's almost like it's trying to... It's not using my mail server. Let's log transporter. And let's try it again. Apparently host and port are both undefined. What? Okay, that's just weird. That shouldn't be the case at all. Let us log host process.env. You know what I think it is? Actually, I think I know what it might be. Whenever we want to use this, don't we have to import env or something? No, it shouldn't be. Okay. Process.env.smtp host. And can we get the port? SMTP port. And let's see if that logs. There you go. That's what the issue is. Host and port are both undefined. Now to figure out why. Why would that be? They are named as such. Which is very strange. You know what I just realized now? Another thing, I don't think we're using my .env file anymore. Weren't we setting everything up inside of my npm in my config? Yeah, we were. I'm pretty sure we were. And that would explain it. It was in the ecosystem. I'm pretty sure it was in the ecosystem. Yep. 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 Found the issue out. I gotta delete that .env. God damn. At least we found what the issue was. Okay. Got everything now. think I'm going to delete the .env file. Okay, so we should have everything. I think I need to kill PM2 and start it up again for the changes to take place, and it should actually send now. At least we know what the issue was, huh? There we go, it's up and running. So if we submit one more time and we go to the output, we should get something else now. There you go, we actually got a response. No ways! There's the host, there's the port. Accepted. Envelope time, message response, 250. Okay, no reply. Test at message ID. There you go. It actually sent an email. But wait, before. Oh, it actually sent an email? No ways! It actually freaking sent an email! No ways! No freaking way! Wow! Let me show you guys. Let me show you guys. This is so cool. Here you go. This is what it looks like. Hello, please verify your account by clicking the link. Confirmation, and then you click. It actually sent it! What? So we have tokens that are automatically generated now. It stores it in the database. It should expire in 15 minutes. We don't have any logic past that, but it did the most important part, which is sending the tokens. That is so cool. Wow. Okay, on to the second part. So we needed to do something with it. I wonder what I'm going to do with the next part. The next part should essentially be check the token. If the token does exist, all I know is that this thing needs to submit. We need to get it back into the form. Wait, I think we might have. Let's do the console log. We might have gotten a response back, did we? Didn't I log that from the server? Probably didn't. But anyway, the point is we should get a response with a token from the server. So then what we do is we have that URL that we test on, and should it be successful, then we obviously have to check if that token still exists, because the token is in the URL portion. So the flow should be check if token exists, then send a 200 response, otherwise send a whatever the valid response is, that the token's expired, and they would have to basically regenerate a new one. And then on this side, we need to have, like, I don't know, a set interval or something that will constantly be checking the server for the response. Or maybe it should be, you click verify email, a countdown timer gets shown. You got 15 minutes. And then after 15 minutes, you can verify email again with a new one. Yeah, so let's add that maybe to our to-do list. This is so exciting though. Sign up. So many to-dos. Where's the verify email? Here it is. Why is this not a to-do? What's a to-do? Once verify button clicked, switch it to timer counting down expiry from server response. To do after timer expired, show button again. Hide it and show timer counting down expiry time from server response. After timer expired, show button again. Check server, wait for promise that URL was clicked with given token. Okay, that's something we need to figure out tomorrow. And then in the server, this was beautiful. That worked perfectly because you could check in the out. Then let's add a to-do. Add custom user response messages for each response section. What else? Then we need a get. Because you can post right now, so we need a get. I wonder if this shouldn't be auth register confirmation. Because right now the URL to click is auth confirmation. No, that's fine. Auth confirmation is fine. We need a get, yeah, because right now it's going to do nothing. If I were to click on that link, that's going to do absolutely nothing. Or at least it, yeah. Cannot get. So we need a get. So once we get to this, so to do, create get root for auth confirmation token. Now I need to figure out how we're gonna it basically needs to be a global root where it accepts anything. I remember how to do that. I have to just implement it. So anything after confirmation, it will be like a query string, I think it was, or something. But yeah, and then we take token from URL string and verify it is still valid, not expired. If token is still valid, send a valid response back to form. Otherwise, send error. I think that's all we need to do, really. This was way easier than I thought it would be. You know what I just realized? This can probably be a promise. Create promise. So the form basically waits. So basically the form will wait for 15 minutes. It's a bit overkill, but I mean, it will also reset if you reload the browser, I think. So it basically has a connection waiting for 15 minutes, and when it resolves, we respond positively. If it rejects, we respond negatively. So it basically has to then respond. So generate token. Well, actually that would have to be in the get, wouldn't it? Or no, where would it be? Because you post to this. Yeah, because the click needs to start a chain, and the chain happens with the post. So you generate a token. Then what? Where do we wait for a response? Because we can generate a token, sure, no problem. I'll have to figure that out. But essentially we need to listen for a response from a GET request, which means the user clicked the link. And then I want to resolve with, you know, successful, because then the form can change its state based on that, where we either show, you know, cool. Change sign up form to show success. Just add a record there to sanitize the email as well. I want to see if you can send a invalid email to like an invalid email address. See what happens. Submit, see what the response is. Apparently it's okay, the response is okay. How's it going? I think you're gonna love it. You want to see something crazy, Lynn? Look at this and tell me what you see. You can imagine how happy I am, right? Right? We actually got it working. And I like how when you set request to the header, the server's header, it will always change this based on the server's origin. So I don't even have to manually put that in. I just do request.header and then / my password, and then there's the token. How freaking cool is that? And I could see all the stuff, like it was accepted or whatever. Currently I sent it to like to something that doesn't exist, and it seems to still be okay, because I guess it doesn't do any verification if the domain is valid or whatever. So I mean, I could potentially do that myself, but I'm just going to let them send it to wherever. And if they don't click the link, well, clearly they messed up somewhere, right? So I'm probably going to set the timeout to 5 minutes, not 15, but we'll test later on. But the point is, you do that, and then the next step, as I highlighted here, is I need to create a get route. And then based on the token in there, check if the token is still valid, and if it is, send a response back. If it's not, obviously send a response back as well. Now I'm trying to figure out the easiest way would be is if I create a promise, right? So when you click on the button, it sends a post request. Now I'm thinking in this post request we should have a promise that either resolves or rejects. If it resolves, then obviously we set the form to valid. If it rejects, we set it to invalid. The problem now is, how do we, in a post route, verify a get route? Because I could do generate token dot then, but we can't resolve yet because we still need to wait for the user to click the link. And the only way that we can hook into that form is on the initial request of the form, router.post. So when you post, you enter here. So how do we generate, a promise based on that? That's something I need to figure out for tomorrow. But if I can figure that one out, then we're good. Because I mean, yes, we can have a get route for the auth confirmation token. But where do we send the response to? Who's gonna do a get? And we can't do a get, because if we do, then it's pointless, because we would have just verified for them. So something needs to listen for this to be valid. I guess we could have a... Yeah, I'll have to figure that out. I have no idea, but it would have to be a function that's waiting for that get route to activate, and if valid, resolve or reject, and this thing will wait for that function to resolve or reject, so that we can finally resolve or reject. That's, I'm guessing, something that I would have to consider, huh? But yeah, I'll figure this out tomorrow. I'm sure there's a way around it. But yeah, I need to go now. I look forward to completing this tomorrow. We've done like what, 80% of it. The hardest part, which I didn't think would be that easy, is done. We actually have the emailer set up. Everything is working. It sends a token, generates a token. Like, this is so cool. I think if we could get this far, the last part should be doable. And on a fresh start, we'll see how things go. But yeah, I'm gonna be off. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Lynn, I hope dinner is awesome, whatever it is that you ended up making. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.